Something deep inside you recognizes this moment. Maybe it was the way this video appeared in your feed, or the quiet pull you felt to click on it. But you're here now, and that's no accident. The universe has been orchestrating events behind the scenes, aligning circumstances in ways you can't see yet. And if you're feeling restless lately, like something needs to change, but you can't put your finger on what, that sensation isn't random. It's preparation. You're standing at the edge of something significant, and the signs have been building for longer than you realize. Think about the last few weeks of your life. Have you noticed unusual coincidences? Conversations that seem to circle back to the same themes? People mentioning opportunities that align with thoughts you've been having privately? These aren't random occurrences. They're breadcrumbs leading you toward an opening that's been forming in the background. The universe doesn't announce its movements with fanfare. It whispers through patterns, through repeated encounters, through that persistent feeling that won't leave you alone. Here's what most people don't understand about how doors open in life. They expect them to appear suddenly, dramatically, with clear signs and obvious pathways. But that's not how it works. Doors begin opening long before you can see them. The process starts with an internal shift, a restlessness that grows stronger each day. You might find yourself questioning things you never questioned before. Old routines start feeling suffocating. Conversations that used to satisfy you now leave you wanting something deeper. This isn't dissatisfaction for the sake of being difficult. It's expansion. Your consciousness is stretching to accommodate what's coming next. And that stretching always feels uncomfortable at first because you're outgrowing the container of who you used to be. The person you were 6 months ago couldn't handle what the universe is preparing to offer you now. So it had to prepare you first through experiences that felt challenging at the time, but were actually strengthening your capacity. Consider how a muscle grows stronger. It doesn't happen during rest. It happens under resistance, when the fibers are pushed beyond their current limits and forced to rebuild themselves more resilient than before. Your recent challenges weren't punishments or signs that you're on the wrong path. They were training sessions. Each difficult conversation taught you to communicate more clearly. Each setback showed you resources within yourself you didn't know existed. Each moment of doubt forced you to dig deeper and find your true foundation. Now you're equipped with skills and insights you didn't possess before. And the universe, which has been watching this development carefully, is ready to present opportunities that match your new level of readiness. This is why timing feels so crucial right now. This is why you've been sensing that something is about to shift. The preparation phase is complete, and the action phase is beginning. But here's where many people stumble. They've been conditioned to believe that good things require struggle, that ease means something's wrong, that if a door opens smoothly, it can't be the right door. So, when the universe presents them with flowing opportunities, they hesitate. They second guess. They look for the catch instead of recognizing the gift. Don't make that mistake. When your door begins to open, it might not look like what you imagined. It might come through a person you least expected to help you. It might arrive disguised as a small request that leads to something much larger. It might present itself as a chance to help someone else that ends up transforming your own situation. The universe is creative in its delivery methods. It rarely hands you exactly what you asked for in exactly the package you expected. Pay attention to the people entering your life right now. Notice the conversations that energize you in ways that feel different from usual small talk. Watch for invitations that make your heart skip, even if your logical mind can't explain why. These are the early movements of your door beginning to swing open. Not every opportunity that appears will be your door, but your door will definitely appear as an opportunity that resonates with something deep inside you. Your intuition has been sharpening during this preparation period, even if you haven't been consciously aware of it. Those gut feelings that seem to come from nowhere were actually your inner guidance system recalibrating. The dreams that felt more vivid than usual were your subconscious processing new possibilities. The random bursts of energy that hit you at unexpected moments were previews of the vitality that comes with alignment. This is why you need to start trusting those impulses more than your overthinking mind right now. Your mind will want to analyze every angle, weigh every pro and con, and build foolproof plans before taking any action. But doors don't wait for perfect plans. They open when you're ready to walk through them with faith, not when you've eliminated every possible risk. The universe has been preparing both you and the opportunity simultaneously. Your job isn't to figure out every detail in advance. Your job is to recognize the door when it appears and have the courage to step through it. The energy around you is shifting in ways that will become more obvious in the coming days and weeks. What felt stuck will begin to flow. What seemed impossible will reveal practical pathways. What looked like separate areas of your life will start connecting in meaningful ways. This isn't magic, though it might feel magical. It's alignment. It's the natural result of all the inner work you've been doing, whether you realized you were doing it or not. But recognition is only the first part of this process. Once you see your door beginning to open, there are specific actions you need to take to ensure you don't miss this opportunity. The first action is to clear the noise from your decision-making process. Right now, your mind is probably buzzing with opinions from other people, old fears that no longer serve you, and expectations that were planted by circumstances from years ago. All of that static is going to interfere with your ability to hear the clear signal when your opportunity calls. Start by creating quiet spaces in your day where you can actually listen to yourself. Not meditation necessarily, though that works for some people. Just moments where you're not consuming information, not scrolling, not filling every silence with distraction. Your door is going to announce itself through feelings more than thoughts, through knowing more than reasoning, and you can't access that deeper intelligence when your surface mind is constantly churning. The second action is equally important but often overlooked. You need to start saying no to things that drain your energy, even if they seem harmless or socially expected. Every yes you give to something that doesn't align with your emerging direction is energy that won't be available when your real opportunity presents itself. This might mean declining invitations that used to seem fine but now feel heavy. It might mean ending conversations that loop in circles without purpose. It might mean stepping back from commitments that made sense for who you were, but don't fit who you're becoming. This isn't about being selfish or antisocial. It's about becoming fiercely protective of your capacity so you can show up fully when it matters most. Think of it like preparing for an important journey. You wouldn't pack your suitcase with random items just because they were available. You'd choose carefully, bringing only what serves your destination. Your energy works the same way. The third action requires more courage than the first two, but it's often the most crucial. You need to start speaking about your emerging vision, even when it feels premature or uncertain. Not to everyone, not in every conversation, but to the right people at the right moments. There's something powerful that happens when you voice what's stirring inside you. It moves from the realm of private possibility into the world of actual momentum. You don't need to have all the details figured out. You don't need a business plan or a timeline or proof that it will work. You just need to be honest about the direction you feel pulled toward. Because when you speak your truth, you give the universe something concrete to work with. Opportunities tend to flow toward people who are clear about what they want, even when they're not sure how to get it. Here's what will happen once you take these actions consistently. The background anxiety you've been carrying will start to lift, not because your external circumstances have changed dramatically, but because you'll be moving in harmony with the energy that's been building around you. That feeling of swimming upstream will transform into a sense of being carried by the current. People will start responding to you differently. They'll sense the clarity and intentionality in your energy, even if they can't name what's changed. Conversations will take unexpected turns that lead to useful connections. Information you need will arrive through casual encounters. Resources will appear just as you realize you need them. But here's what nobody tells you about this phase. It can feel overwhelming at first because things start moving faster than you're used to. You might find yourself presented with multiple interesting possibilities at once when you've been used to having very few options. You might connect with several helpful people in the same week when you've grown accustomed to feeling isolated in your goals. This abundance of movement isn't a problem to solve. It's a sign that your door isn't just cracking open anymore. It's swinging wide. The key during this acceleration is to stay grounded in your core intention, while remaining flexible about how it unfolds. Remember, the universe is infinitely creative in its delivery methods. Your door might open in a direction you never considered, but that serves your deeper purpose better than what you originally had in mind. Stay open to being surprised by the form your breakthrough takes, and pay attention to timing cues. When your door is truly opening, there will be a natural rhythm to how things unfold. You'll sense when to push forward and when to pause, when to speak up and when to listen, when to commit and when to keep exploring. This isn't something you have to figure out intellectually. Your body will know. Your instincts will guide you if you've created enough inner quiet to hear them. The most important thing to understand about this entire process is that your door opening isn't just about you receiving something you want. It's about you becoming someone who can contribute something the world needs. The preparation you've been through, the skills you've developed, the insights you've gained, they're all pieces of what you're meant to offer. Your breakthrough will benefit others as much as it benefits you. That's why the universe has been so carefully orchestrating this entire sequence. So as you move forward into this next phase, remember that you're not just stepping through a door into personal success. You're stepping into a larger role, a bigger way of serving, a more authentic expression of who you truly are. And the world has been waiting for exactly what you're ready to bring. The fact that you're still here, that you've listened to these words until now, confirms what you probably already sensed deep down. You're not just randomly consuming content. You're actively participating in your own transformation. Every insight that resonated, every moment where you felt that spark of recognition was your spirit confirming what it already knows. Your door isn't just coming. It's already here, waiting for you to acknowledge it and step through. Trust the restlessness you've been feeling. Trust the patterns you've been noticing. Trust the way certain conversations light you up while others drain your energy. These aren't coincidences or wishful thinking. They're your navigation system recalibrating for the journey ahead. The universe doesn't send mixed signals. When it's ready to open a door for you, every part of your experience begins pointing in the same direction. So stop second-guessing the impulses that feel right in your body. Stop dismissing the opportunities that make your heart beat faster just because your mind can't map out every detail. Stop waiting for permission from circumstances that may never align perfectly. Your door is open now. Your moment is this moment. And the only thing standing between you and what's waiting on the other side is your willingness to walk forward with faith instead of fear. The universe brought you here for a reason. Now it's time to find out what that reason becomes.